What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another beautiful day in the winter season of, it's still winter, unfortunately, but we're going to continue our playthrough of the weekly festival reset, or playlist, and we're going to jump into the final, the last seasonal championship that we've got, and that is going to be Deutschland's finest. So if we jump over here and look at it, you can see our car restrictions are S1 900, and it has to be a car from Germany. So I've got some cars set up. We're going to jump over here and start up this seasonal championship. All right, so we got a sprint race, and I think it was 2 circuit races, or 2 sprint races and a circuit race. So the cars that I've set up are the M4 GTS. There's a theme, okay? We're using only GTS cars for whatever reason. That's just the way it worked out, and I didn't notice it until I picked the last one. So we're using the M4 GTS, the Mercedes-AMG GTS, and the Porsche 718 Cayman GTS. We'll go ahead and start it out with the BMW, though, and jump right into the first race. Alright, so the first race is going to be the Broadway Village Circuit. So whenever you are doing these seasonal events, you want to make sure you go in here to difficulty, and you want to make sure it's on at least highly skilled drivatars, or drivatar difficulty. You can race against expert, pro, or unbeatable if you want, but you need to be racing against at least highly skilled drivatars to get the 3 stars. And the car at the end, in this case, is the Porsche 718, I think is what it was. So, after that mouthful, let's go ahead and jump into the first race. Alright. And each of these cars does have a tune on it. This thing is fast. At least it feels fast. But each of these cars do have tunes on them, and I will put the share codes for the tunes up on the screen at the beginning of each of the races. So if I forget to say that, they will be at the screen, and that's what those numbers will be popping up at the beginning of each of those races. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Brandon, and this is Bomb Gaming. And basically what happens every Thursday in Forza Horizon 4, if you don't know, is a weekly reset where the season changes and we get new challenges and cars to unlock by completing said challenges. And what I do on the channel every Thursday is I go through and I make videos on every single one of those events in that weekly reset and post it on here, and just give you guys a view of what cars can be used, what tunes that I use to complete the events, so that you may have a little bit easier of a time completing them yourself. So you'll see me in this video swap out to 3 different vehicles, 3 different cars. Like I said, we went over those cars that we're using. When you play through it, you don't have to use 3 vehicles or 3 cars. I do that for the sense of creating content, so you only have to use 1 vehicle. So if you've got this BMW M4, you could use it, and you could use it in all 3 of the races for the event, and you would still get the reward at the end. I just do 3, again, to create that content and give you guys, 2 other cars worth of, data to see if, what car might be best that I used. Not everybody has every single car that I have. A lot of people might not have this BMW, but they may have the 718 Cayman, stuff like that. So definitely don't worry about using 3 cars. You can if you want to do it just to have fun, but I do it just for the sense of trying to help you guys out. But on the same lines, if you do use a car that I don't use and you find that it works out really well, definitely leave what car it was. Ooh, turn. Okay. Leave what car it was and the tune that you used down below in the description, or in the comments. There's also a link in the description to our Discord server that does have a section for the weekly festival tunes that you can go contribute to every week, or every time I do one of these events. I do post the tunes that I use in the Discord server as well. So definitely check that out. If you're impatient like me, you may get those tunes and share code, or cars and share codes for those tunes before the YouTube video comes out. But we did win that race. As you can see in the top right, we have 20 points, or we gained 20 points from that race. So you actually don't have to come in first place in all 3 of these races for the seasonal championship to get 3 stars. You just have to be in first place on this screen at the end of the 3 races. So in our last video, I came in 3rd place in one of the races. So I got the 14 points one race, but then I came in first the other 2 races and ended up winning. So it's all what matters at the end of the championships. So don't worry about individual races as long as you don't come in like dead last, or like I would say 6th through 12th is probably not ideal. But there's always a chance that you could be fine, but definitely, you know, you don't have to come in first place every time. You know, first, second, third, you should be fine if you do that in one race or 2, but definitely, you know, make sure you pay attention to that. But we'll go ahead and move on to the next race before I ramble on any more about this. All right, here we go into Elmsdon. Okay, we're racing a Mercedes truck apparently. This is the Elmsdon On-Sea Sprint race for the championship, and we're in the Porsche 718 Cayman GTS. So the share code for the tune that I'm using on the Cayman will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out, if you've got the Cayman. I know this was a newer car that was, you know, you could only get through a seasonal challenge a couple of weeks back or a month or so back, but if you have it, you know, definitely good to use. This is the fastest car that we're going to use today, or in this video, stat-wise at least. It definitely feels like it. It is a lot faster than that BMW that we used. Not that the BMW was slow per se, but it's definitely going a little faster. It doesn't handle as well, we'll say. I'm not saying it handles bad either though. Honestly, if I was doing the championship, I would use this over the BMW just because I can control it. It may not have as good of handling, but it's controllable, and I am a little more excitable by fast speeds and stuff like that, so I would rather use the faster one. And you get the, you know, challenge done a little quicker. Oop, missed that checkpoint. Yeah, I say I can control it, but then I just, you know, blow by a checkpoint. So, should probably just stop talking before I make a fool of myself anymore, right? So, but we're about halfway through this race. I was kind of correct, kind of wrong. There are 2 circuit races in this seasonal championship, which isn't bad. The other circuit race is actually my favorite circuit race on the map. I do much prefer sprint races, but the circuit race coming up is one of my favorite, like actual like courses for a circuit race. So I'm not too mad about that, but we'll be jumping into that Mercedes GTS for that, and I think it'll handle that really well. It's got the better handling statistics, so it's kind of why I wanted to use it for that race. I'm not saying that this couldn't handle that, especially if I like calmed it down a little bit. I am just flying around these turns and, you know, braking somewhat late, and basically just, you know, no doubt full send through a lot of these turns. But, you know, I'm comfortable enough with the Porsche that I can do that pretty easily. Like right there, it was telling me to brake, and, you know, I kind of, you know, felt that I didn't need to brake, but there we go. Cross the line again. Why? Oh, that was a Mercedes truck. I don't know why that's racing with us, because it's A-class and it just doesn't fit into the rest of it. And I don't know why they wouldn't have even upgraded that, because I'm pretty sure you can get that into S1. But anyway, another 20 points. We're up to 40 now on the championship, and we're going to be jumping into that next event. All right, here we go with the Bamberg Coast Circuit. And again, we're in that Mercedes-AMG GTS, and the share code for the tune that we're using will be up on the screen now. So we'll see how this compares to that Porsche. I think is going to be what it's more comparable to. I'm just kind of using these cars. Dang, this thing grips. Okay. And this is on like wet, cold asphalt too, but it was gripping through that turn. I'm like full throttle right now around here. Okay. So, you know, not even giving it a full lap, this is definitely the car I would use. It is flying through these turns faster than I've ever been able to. Okay. Yeah, this is the car you should use. This car, throw this tune on it, and you'll be golden. It's fast, it grips. Is it R8 trying to catch up to us? The R8 might be a little faster on that straight, but that straight's not even long enough to really matter. This thing is just Gripzilla. I say that as I drift around that turn. That was on me. But Gripzilla through these turns. So I am full throttle right now, and it's like even digging inside on that turn. That's great. I have never driven this car in this game either, and that's kind of unfortunate. I'll have to check out the other one. There's a GTR, I think, which is like this thing's big brother or faster brother, one of the two. I think it's faster. That I had driven, but I don't remember it. But I think this thing fits into this little like S1 class. Yeah, this S1, like, you can have a fast car, but if you can't, like, you know, control it like this, like, it doesn't really matter how fast your car is. So this would be really good for online racing too, I imagine. Man, I need to whip this thing back out in the summer. Because, like, this is wet asphalt right here and cold asphalt. I can't imagine what this thing would be like on, like, a really nice summer day. Those are some bad turns. Okay. I didn't follow a good line through that, but, I mean, we're just, yeah. If you've got this car, this is the one. If you don't have this car, it may be worth investing in it, honestly, because I'm pretty sure that it would make for a pretty good online racer as well for that S1 class. But anyway, there we go. 20 points there. It'll put us at 60 on the championship, and that'll get Deutschland's finest complete, and that'll get us the 3 stars because we raced and finished first against highly skilled drivatars. And unlocks the underwhelming Porsche 914 divided by 6. And then we'll also get 40 grand because we got that first and second star challenge complete as well. Alright, so that's how you unlock the Porsche 914 divided by 6. And I know that's not what it's supposed to say, but to me that's just funny. So, you know, pretty okay car, I guess. It doesn't seem very exciting to me. One thing I will note is when you get it, if you go into the skill tree, you can get a free 300,000 credits right here by spending, what is that, 19 skill points if you want to do that. So kind of get you a little bonus, I suppose, on top of the car, but you know, I don't know that I'll be using this car for anything outside of very specific seasonal events. So we'll see though. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on it. Definitely get subscribed if you want to see future Forza Horizon 4 content. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video.